Hey, this is Mike Koenigs, and I thought I'd make a special video that goes along with our newsletter this time and just give you an update on some stuff that's been going on that I'm super excited about. And the first one is a book I've been reading. It's called How to Get Rich by a guy named Felix Dennis. And it is one of the most fascinating books I've looked at in a long time. I actually was referred to it by my friend Darren Hardy, who's the publisher of Success Magazine. In fact, I just finished doing an interview with him a few minutes ago. And the subtitle is One of the World's Greatest Entrepreneurs Shares His Secrets. And one of the things that I love about this book and the way this guy made his money, I don't know if you've ever heard of a magazine called Computer Shopper. He's been the publisher of a whole bunch of different magazines, but this is a self-made guy, and he is really interesting. And my favorite chapters in the book, I've got them dog-eared here, is one of them is How to Stay Rich, and then the other one is the 8 Secrets to Getting Rich. So, highly recommend the book. At a minimum, it is extremely entertaining. This guy has literally done it all, and he's lived a rock star lifestyle. But one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this book and relate it to what I'm going to talk to you about right now is this is about distribution. And I'm going to give you a few ideas and where I think some of the biggest opportunities ahead of us are for the near and long-term future. And the bottom line is this: for many years, distribution has been everything. And what I mean by that is if you take a look at all the biggest, let's say, businesses that have existed in the world, and let's start, for example, with oil, okay? Power distribution. Power is power. And oil is an example of that. It's he who held the distribution held the wealth. But in our world, one of the biggest distribution channels these days comes down to some markets. If you look at magazines, bookstores, newspapers, the music industry, the movie industry, guess what? They're all dying. And the reason being is for many years, you and I, if we were small people, for example, we had to depend on someone else's distribution to get our content out into the marketplace. Okay? Now, why are all these big things dying right now? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because of devices like the iPhone, iPad, tablets, internet, PCs. I mean, nowadays I can go on here and on the iTunes store, for example, I can pick any song I want for 99 cents. Back in the old days when I paid 18 bucks for an album, 3 out of the 10 songs were any good, the rest of it was junk. If you figured out the time and the money it costs to go somewhere to drive, factor your time into it, and pay for the 3 songs, it was like paying 30 bucks for 3 songs, like $10 a piece. Now it's 99 cents. Apple literally decimated the music industry. Now what's have to do with you making more money? I'll get to it in a moment, but you're gonna have to just bear with me for a moment. I think the other thing is, you know, we've got the new iPhone is gonna be coming out very soon, iPhone 5. Now I have the previous one. It doesn't matter if you've got an iPhone or an Android, but this is a high-definition video television station in your pocket. I can go out right now, I can shoot video that's good enough for any kind of application. You can technically shoot a halfway decent movie with an iPhone or an Android. Press a button, put it on YouTube, distribute it to the entire connected planet. 6 billion or so mobile phone users worldwide. That's expected to grow at unbelievable volumes in the near future. So, what's that mean? You're a broadcaster. You're in control of distribution for the first time in human history, and you're also connected to a global audience. So if you're not broadcasting, you're not creating content, your business is basically dead. The most valuable resource you have is your unique know-how, your unique lens, your unique experience on the planet. So a couple other big things that are happening right now. You've been seeing all the blurb about like Kindle books and Kindle Publishing lately. Again, distribution wreckers. It means you and I can write something and put it online. But just creating an ebook, for example, doesn't make a business. Just making a video doesn't make a business. Yes, we can leverage distribution and we can use it to gain attention and build a relationship, but it doesn't mean you're actually going to be making money. So, one of the things that I've been spending a lot of my time doing over the past few months is really thinking about where are the next gigantic opportunities. And yeah, again, Kindle's one of those things. Now we got the app industry. I just saw a stat not long ago that the app industry is expected to exceed $17 billion by the end of 2012. Now I'll give you another example. And this is a crusher. Whether you're in the business or not, it doesn't matter. But did you know that the video game industry is bigger than the movie industry right now? Okay, it's not uncommon for the big video game businesses to spend, let's say, $500 million creating a new video game. They generate or make over $1 billion the first week that game opens up. Now there's huge risk, there's lots of years and teams of hundreds, if not thousands of people involved in those things, but the money is insane. Now again, how does that help you, the small business owner? Well, here's the basic key message that I want to leave you with is, as a small business owner, as an expert, as an author, a creative, or a consultant, or a coach, or whatever it is that you're doing, you have a unique lens, some sort of unique way of looking at the world. And that knowledge, when it's packaged up appropriately and distributed, is worth money. And it can be worth money to someone on the other side of the planet who would appreciate and like to know your unique lens on whatever that business is. And we've got an opportunity right now to take that content and distribute it basically for free, to leverage this massive infrastructure that big Hollywood, big music, big distribution, big publishers have been building that we can sit on top of. Now I'll give you an example of how I started using this years ago. If you look at the history of Traffic Geyser, the phrase that we always used internally was always "you everywhere now." The basic vision was you could shoot, make a little video, whether it be with your iPhone or your camera, whatever it was, upload it into Traffic Geyser, press a button, and distribute not just the video to a whole bunch of different locations, but transcribe it, turn it into an article or a blog post and social network and social bookmark it. Well, for 7 years, people have been predicting, yeah, that'll quit working. Yeah, it doesn't have any value. And guess what? It just keeps on working, because when you create good content and you distribute it to all the major central repositories, the search engines are going to gobble it up and it's going to help you get found. Now, of course, the rules have continued to change, and what gets more priority over another continues to change, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it all begins and ends with content. What's inside your mind, your ability to communicate it, your ability to distribute it and get it in front of other people. So the big challenge has always been, well, how do I turn that into money? Well, our next product that we created was Instant Customer, which is that tool for capturing leads and following up. And ultimately, it's about building a relationship with that person who saw you, so you can build a real relationship with them. Again, what this all comes down to is, how do I make money with this stuff? I think, again, if you boil it all down, you take away all the noise, the most valuable lessons that we can learn as small business owners are, and it begins and ends with the quality of the relationship. And ultimately, when you start to generate income and revenue from whatever it is that you're creating and building wealth, well, not only do you want to focus on getting rich or getting wealthy, but you also want to focus on staying wealthy as well. And trust me, I can tell you tons of stories about how I've violated and broken all the rules. I've made tons of mistakes along the way. But what this has all led to is, over the past few months, and for that matter years, we've been thinking about, what is the next big thing? How do we continue to leverage all these incredible distribution systems, all these ways of distributing content, capturing know-how and knowledge, and be able to elevate and escalate you as a content owner, as a small business owner, to find whatever the next big opportunity is. So one of the things that we've done as a team over the past few months is we've been steadily building what we think is the next big thing. And I consider it our magnum opus, the greatest thing we've ever made so far. And we're going to be talking about it and actually showing it off at our live event September 21st through 23rd here in San Diego. And if you're not able to make it to our live event, we'll also start providing some information, some videos about it on October 1st. And by the end of the first week in October, officially announce it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually heading up to Hollywood as soon as I finish making this video for you. And I'm going to start shooting some of the videos that go along with this. And I cannot wait to share it all with you. So the key takeaways and the walkaways from all this are, number one, darn good, entertaining read, How to Get Rich by Felix Dennis. A lot of fun. And it'll at least get you thinking. And hopefully you're thinking all the time, what's the next big opportunity? Where can I gain maximum leverage, least amount of work, maximum impact, maximum profitability to give me as much freedom as possible? And that's at least one of the questions that I ask myself all the time. How can I improve the lives of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of people? And finally, the other takeaway to think about is look around you and start paying attention to the idea of distribution. Distribution is always the key to maximum leverage in every single business, whether it's distributing marketing content or physical product or digital content. How can you participate and leverage some of these new things that people are spending billions of dollars on that you can take advantage of right now? So those are some things to think about, and over the next couple weeks I'll leak a few more ideas out your way. And in the meantime, pay attention to some of the other cool things that we'll be releasing here. But if I don't see you September 21st through 23rd, I'm looking forward to seeing you in one of the next videos the first week in October. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.